Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Candy here. Today we're back for another episode of the Minecraft Skyblock series on Hypixel. Now, if you guys haven't been reading the patch notes, Hypixel actually just released a really nice update, and they're calling it the fishing update because the majority of the stuff that happens in it basically have to do with fishing. So if you go ahead and open up the Skyblock menu right now, there's actually a brand new fishing collection. Well, I can't say it's brand new, but they've actually added quite a bit of stuff in the fishing collection. One of them being sponge, one of them being the ink sac, and then one of them being the lily pad. Now, but if you go ahead and look at the raw fish collection, there's actually been a fishing minion recipe that's been added, and all you need to do is literally fish around 50 fish, which is, if you guys go ahead and spend like an hour, it's actually super duper easy to get. And of course, these fishing minions will start off with around a stack of the raw fish surrounded by a wooden sword, and then it will go up basically up to like enchanted cooked fish, which I don't think is going to be happening anytime soon, but we've got enough to craft around one of these fishing minions. Now, of course, there's also other stuff that you can go ahead and do to increase your fishing efficiency. Now, one of those is actually going ahead and, let's see, the fishing collection, raw fish, and then actually making yourself an angler set. So basically what the angler set does is that when you have a full set, you get the sea creature master, which reduces the sea creature damage and actually increases the sea creature spawn chance. Now, you guys might be wondering, well, what exactly is a sea creature? Well, when you're fishing now with this brand new update, you actually have a chance of getting a sea creature like basically pulled up instead of a fish. And what might that do? Well, if you go ahead and look at the skills section and we go to fishing, we can actually see the sea creature gout. So for example, if you go ahead and fish up a squid, it will drop either an ink sac or a lily pad. If you get a sea walker, it'll drop lily pad, raw fish, or some rotten flesh. Keep going, you've got the night squid, which drops lily pads or squid boots, which is really cool. And then of course, the higher you get up, the more basically legendary it gets, the more uncommon or epic it gets. So the one that we're pretty much up to right now is the sea guardian. That one drops prismarine crystals and prismarine shards, and it only requires fishing skill level 5. So the more you fish, the more you're going to be able to go ahead and unlock and upgrade those. So as of right now, what we're going to be doing is that we're actually going to be crafting these fish minions, and then we're also going to be crafting a set of the angler gear, because what I'm trying to do right now is actually get to one of the highest collections, which is going to be the Rod of Legends. Now, this one is going to be super duper hard because keep in mind, we are only 21 lily pads in, and we actually need to fish out 3,000 of them. So obviously we're not going to be able to do that by ourselves, which is why we're going to be making the minions. But the Rod of Legends is really good. Not only is it like a weapon that literally does more damage than my Ember Rod, but it actually increases the chance to catch a sea creature by 15%. Plus, it actually increases your fishing speed by 70%, and you only need to be level 16. But the good thing about this one, well, I shouldn't say the good thing, the bad thing about this is that it is actually super duper expensive to craft. It takes around, I think, a stack, or let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 stacks really, to go ahead and craft this. And then if you go ahead and look at each enchanted lily pad, you're gonna need around 2.5 stacks of that to go ahead and craft one of these. So I have a feeling that this Rod of Champions is gonna be super duper hard to get, but I mean, you know, the more fishing minions I have and the more you guys fish, definitely it's going to be easier to get. So while the Rod of Legends is really OP, it takes a lot of lily pads to get it. So what I think we're actually going to be aiming for is the challenge rod. We're already almost 10% done with that, and the reward is the challenge rod. So what does the challenge rod give us? Well, it's 60 damage. Obviously, you're not going to be using this as a weapon, but you increase your chance of catching a sea creature by 5%, and then you can also increase your fishing speed by 50%, which is really good. That basically means you're going to be mining twice as fast. With that, just say mine, you're gonna be fishing twice as fast. And then of course, if you have your fishing minions going at a time, well, I think as of right now my island has, I think, 12 slots or 10 slots, so we're just going to be getting that so quickly. And I guess if you go ahead and like AFK maybe for like a day or two, you're going to just be able to get that challenge rod super duper fast. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and craft one of these minions. Let's go and just check this out really quickly. There we go, fishing minion level 1. Place this and then we'll start fishing. It requires water nearby. Minions also work while you're offline. So let's go ahead and do that one. And then, you know, since while we're here, might as well go ahead and craft this set. Oh snap, we actually can't do it as yet. I think we have to actually wait until the update is literally almost done, because there's still around half an hour left. And obviously, oh snap, that's not even the reason why. The reason why we actually haven't gotten it yet is because we still need to fish around 200 more, not even, yeah, like around 100 more fish, and then we'll actually be able to unlock this. So hopefully by the time this episode is over, we're actually going to be able to unlock that one, and then I can show you guys how to craft it it in this episode. Alright guys, so we are back at my home island now, and we are going to be making the area to go ahead and place the fishing minion. Since this requires a little bit of water, you actually have to make like a little 5x5 area. So all we're gonna do is do like 1 2 3 4 5. We're gonna do 6 over here, and I think we have to do 7 over here too, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I think so. Did I do it right? Alright, I think I did it right. And let me just go ahead and just do that a little bit more, and then bring the rest of these over here, and that should leave us with a pretty square 5x5 area if I did this correctly. Okay, no, we actually did it 6x6, so it looks like we just got to go ahead and break that one area and then just mine the rest of this up. That way it looks a little bit decent and we don't have like, I don't know, a hole everywhere. So now once you've done that, you go ahead and just make the little infinite water source by just simply putting all your water buckets in like a diagonal line, which should basically make them all source blocks, which is what you need whenever you're fishing. So we go ahead, place the last one over here, and then you've made the whole area pretty much a source block. Now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna take our stone brick, and then we're gonna put one of them right in the middle. That way he has like 2 areas to fish from each side. And then we're just gonna go ahead and then place our fishing minion and see what this guy does. So we placed the minion 1 out of 10. We only have 33 raw fish, so we're actually not gonna be able to craft any more of these. But I mean, if we go ahead and like look around, it actually takes a considerable amount of space, because you literally need a 7x7, unless if you make a gigantic pool area and then you go ahead and just place them all in like the same vicinity. But for now, we're just gonna be leaving this little area around that we don't have water flowing across the entire island. And I think this guy actually just went ahead and fished a fish. Let's go ahead. He actually fished up a raw salmon, and holy crap, he has a lot of spaces available. But I'm guessing that's because he can go ahead and fish up like raw salmon. He can go fish up like raw fish. He can get like, I don't know, clay. So a bunch of items this guy can really get. And the good thing about it is that we can really just go ahead and pick up all this stuff. And what we can probably do is add some fuel here, as well as add a chest at the back. That way we can be as efficient as possible. Alright guys, so I was just fishing a little bit, and we actually fished ourselves a guardian level. Let's see, what did it even give us? If we go ahead and look at the ground, we are at, what are we at? We are at 39 or something of the raw fish, and then we actually just got ourselves 3 lily pads. So those things actually deal a pretty good amount of damage. I had to like just let myself AFK for a bit so I could actually open up my recording software, but we did get 3 lily pads from that, which is actually pretty good. And look, we have our full set of hardened diamond armor right now with growth 5, protection 5, and thorns 3, and it literally took ourselves a pretty much maxed epic ember rod around like 3 different hits to deal some damage to it. So if you guys don't have like a really nice set or a really nice weapon, I'd recommend, you know, you better be careful whenever you're fishing with those, because if one of those guardians comes and hits you, chances are you'll probably lose half the money in your purse if you die. But anyways guys, we're going to be ending off this video by seeing what the minion has gotten so far. It's really only been like 15 minutes. He's gotten 6 raw salmon, 7 raw fish, some pufferfish, and some clownfish. I mean, that is actually really good. I think he just caught something again. Let's see, what did he catch? Okay, I don't think he caught anything, to be honest, but we are actually not really that close to actually getting the what is it called, the angler helmet. But you know, we are less than around 100 there, so I figured for the next episode I can just go ahead and show you guys how OP it is by, like, I don't know, getting the angler set. And then once that is done, we can see if we are actually going to be a little closer to not only getting the Rod of Legends, but actually getting the Challenger Rod. Around 10% there, not too bad. Maybe in the next video we can go ahead and do it. But you know what, the more of these minions you have, pretty much the more easier of a chance you guys have at getting the Challenger Rod. So this, I mean, literally just have these AFKing, and then boom, look, you got another raw fish. And then eventually, as you go ahead and upgrade these, you can start getting yourself some lily pads. So nevertheless, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, go ahead and drop a like down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.